time, folks.
This is a Pick 6 Contender Series match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 221 pounds, Kenny Omega!
The master of the Hadouken, Kenny Omega, set for Pick 6 Series one-on-one action in just a moment's time. And another hero's welcome here for another Canadian in Kenny Omega. But what a daunting task that lies before him.
Trying to take the Pick 6 spot away from Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels was in ROH for day one. After many years and many miles traveled, the Fallen Angel has returned home to prove what many have believed for many, many years, that Daniels is truly the best in the world. He's worked his way to number 2 in the Pick 6. He now fights defensively to retain that spot here tonight.
Many men would love to claim that they are the best in the world and prove they are the best in the world. Davey Richards certainly one of those men.
The atmosphere is set for a marquee one-on-one contest. Keep in mind, Christopher Daniels has been brazen enough to challenge both champion and challenger of tonight's main event, regardless of the winner, because in Daniels' mind, they each have something he wants.
Yeah,
however,
at the moment, Tyler's got the belt, and Davey Richards claiming that he is the best in the world, and it's just a matter of time before that belt's around his waist, perhaps later tonight.
Davey's got the buzz. He's got the popular opinion.
But Christopher Daniels, yeah, he's one of the founding fathers of this company, as you said. The one thing that has always eluded him in Ring of Honor is the World Championship. From his days as the leader of the Prophecy, he tried his best to become World Champion. He's back here in 2010 with a purpose. That's why he made an impact at the Big Bang, getting right in the face of Davey Richards, to make everyone aware that he is here to take that World Championship and become the best in the world, because that's what the belt's all about, right? If it's around your waist, you are the best in the world.
And for the first time since his return to Ring of Honor, Christopher Daniels is wrestling a more defensive approach here, because he knows, in his own words, that athletes are going to come out of the woodwork to try to knock him off of his approach, to try to stunt Daniels' momentum before Daniels can get that world title. And one man that may be fit for the job is Kenny Omega.
Oh, he's such a fantastic athlete. Just pulls off some amazing maneuvers. And, yeah, he's a favorite of the fans here in Canada, his homeland, if you will. But the point is, he is trying to take that Pick 6 spot from Christopher Daniels, because Omega, a world-traveled athlete, has been spending so much time competing in Japan as of late. He needs to get back on the winning track and get those key victories here in ROH competition.
Well, that's Daniels controlling the head and controlling the body of Kenny Omega right now. Omega knows that he's not at every single Ring of Honor live event, so when he is here, he makes a count. Look at the high level of competition we've seen Omega battle here in Ring of Honor in the past 3 months. Kevin Steen, Roderick Strong, Davey Richards. Epic encounters, pun intended. Kenny Omega has taken it to the absolute best, and no different here than Christopher Daniels. If Omega beats Daniels tonight, he's number 2 in Pick 6.
Listen to the dueling chants, supporters of both athletes in this contest.
And keep in mind, Pick 6 is the ranking system of the top 6 contenders for the Ring of Honor World title. Only the men in the Pick 6 rankings can challenge for the Ring of Honor World title. If you are beaten by someone else outside the Pick 6, they assume your spot and you trickle down, and number 6 is off the list. You constantly have to be competing to not just qualify, but maintain your spot on this prestigious list.
And don't forget, the winner of every Pick 6 Contender Series matchup gets that $2,500 bonus as well, courtesy of our friends at HDNet.
Absolutely true. Hadouken counter. Daniels out of the way.
Oh, he has him scouted.
Hadouken, a lot of people dismiss it, a lot of people laugh at it. That is a legitimate martial arts strike. You take the palms, drive them right into your opponent's sternum, his chest cavity, take your pick. Does its damage.
But Christopher Daniels saw it coming and put on the brakes, moved out of the way. He's not going to fall victim to that maneuver in this matchup. Both men back to their feet. So skilled. We see a little bit of Kenny Omega using the ropes for leverage.
Well, it's Omega that's a step ahead at the moment. High elevation back body drop. Takes the fallen angel down.
So many matches tonight based on hatred between the two opponents. This is just about pure athleticism. Two fantastic professional wrestlers.
And about the hope of challenging for the Ring of Honor World title.
It's all about wins and losses in this one. Not about putting your opponent out of wrestling or doing damage or sending him out on a stretcher.
What a moment it was on our last Go Fight Live pay-per-view when Daniels made a shot in return and took offense to Davey Richards proclaiming himself to be the best in the world. Since that time, we've seen Daniels go one-on-one with Eddie Edwards at Supercard of Honor 5. Watch Omega with a crossbody. Could have him here. No, only one. Veteran instincts of Christopher Daniels. But Daniels and Edwards, a classic matchup. And Daniels said at the end, one wolf down, one to go. There's still a collision course there regardless of the outcome of tonight's match.
Hey, even if Tyler Black still has that belt, Christopher Daniels and Davey Richards want to see who is the next best in the world, if you will. But keep your eye on Kenny Omega right now.
Omega can go springboard, but Daniels...
Oh, he was one step ahead of Omega.
Cuts Omega off at the pass.
Dangerous position for Omega here if Daniels can get the suplex.
Daniels with the enziguri to Omega. Omega is out on his feet. The neckbreaker drops Omega where metal meets wood on the edge of the ring apron.
Not only took a lot out of his neck, but his back as well as his spine just met the steel ring frame. Down to the floor goes Omega, and Christopher Daniels now out to the floor himself.
Daniels, arguably the most well-traveled in all the Ring of Honor roster, competing with more diverse styles than anyone else on the Ring of Honor roster. That makes him inherently, intrinsically prepared. He is a student of the game.
When you really think about it, there are guys like Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, Omega himself that travel the world just as much as Daniels. They don't have the years of experience that Daniels does under his belt. Cover right there, only a near fall.
Another one count.
But yeah, I mean, the ROH roster, it's so deep, and so many wrestlers who compete regularly in Japan have traveled down to Mexico to work against the greatest Lucha Libre stars.
And you're talking about Kenny Omega taking on the best, taking on all comers. What about last night? A victory over a two-time former Ring of Honor World Champion, Austin Aries. That shows you the frame of mind Omega is in. It shows you he's prepared for anything, and it could lead him to number 2 at Pick 6. But it's Daniels on top now, pressing the advantage.
Needed to hook the leg right there, but twisting away on the neck, applying pressure to that neck.
Do you think Daniels has any kind of a preference in the world title matchup later tonight at this stage of the game?
Well, the way that he got in the face of Davey Richards, I would think that he would like to get in the ring with him, perhaps a little bit more than Tyler Black, just because of the competition level. But when it does come right down to it, Tyler's the one with that belt around his waist at the moment.
Daniels interrupting that contract signing this past Monday night. Ring of Honor on HDNet showed no bias in his claims of calling out both champion and challenger. But to do so, he's got to get through Omega, who makes a mid-ring adjustment, but walks right into the leg lariat by Christopher Daniels.
Turnbuckle's about all that's holding up Omega at this time. Running forearm to the back of the neck. Softening up that body part.
A back suplex connects. Daniels on top, deep hook on the leg, and this time gets 2.5.
Daniels doing a beautiful job of targeting the neck of Omega. Perhaps setting him up for a possible submission with the Koji clutch.
Omega's starting to breathe heavily right now. Mouth is gaped open, sucking in wind. Daniels has effectively warmed down Kenny Omega in the beginnings of this contest.
Cover once again. Kicks out. Not only that, not only perhaps setting him up for the Koji clutch and a submission victory for Daniels, but he needs full strength in that neck to support the body weight of Daniels in that electric chair going for Kreutz Raff.
It's true. And again, goes back to the strategy of Christopher Daniels. How well schooled he is. Textbook vertical suplex.
Jars the neck once again.
Springboard, Arabian moonsault, beautifully connects.
Right into a crossface.
And the damage has been done to the neck.
He reaches the ropes, though.
It was a catch-22. Daniels had to have Omega near the ropes for the moonsault. But in turn, Omega right nearby to grab the rope to break the hold.
Yeah, he didn't get the submission right there, but it did do more damage to the neck as he pulled back on the crossface and applied that pressure.
Once again, a systematic dissection by the veteran Daniels.
Sending him face first into the turnbuckle in the corner now.
Daniels with a methodical tempo right now. Loves to be in control. Loves to dictate the pace. Does not want to see a Kenny Omega flurry of offense here. And they're right above us.
But that's what he's getting, is that flurry of offense. 2 shots from Omega has Daniels stunned. And a headbutt for good measure.
Well, if somebody loses their balance, it could be fatal for about 3 or 4 of us. Daniels headbutts.
Trying to get his balance here on the turnbuckles.
Oh no.
Angel's wings, super Angel's wings.
Who couldn't do this? Omega! Back body drop. Desperation maneuver. Didn't have enough to follow through.
Oh, but he saved himself. If he would have met a super Angel's wings, that match could have been over.
Omega needed to survive, bottom line. But how can he build off it? Can he build off it? Polish hammer.
And a second. Burst of adrenaline for Kenny Omega.
And for a twisting Polish hammer, but countered. Omega. Mid-move adjustment takes away the knee. Down. Rocker dropper. Nicely done. Cover. Deep hook for 2. It's a half a count away from adding Kenny Omega to the list of perennial title challengers.
Waiting for the right moment to strike. Waiting for Daniels to be in proper position. Springboard.
Beautiful drop kick. Daniels' body jolted forward. Cover no.
Omega. Going for that dragon suplex. Broken.
Again, Daniels hasn't scouted. And into the Koji clutch.
More pressure put on the neck. He can tap out right here. Daniels is focused on that neck in the entire matchup.
The upper body is trapped. The leg is cinched in to cut off the blood supply to the brain. Omega may have 2 choices. It may be tap out or pass out.
He reaches the ropes.
I'm not sure if that was instincts or just pure luck. But either way, Kenny Omega's still in this. But again, the damage has been done. And as time goes on, Omega gets weaker.
Palm strike on the fallen angel.
And now, the fall from grace. Could this be all? Could it lead? No.
Omega with enough to kick out.
Daniels.
Which of these 2 men will have that spot in the pick 6 at the end of tonight?
Daniels loses. He's down to number 3, and the lower you're ranked, the less political clout you get to petition for a title shot. You need to be at the top.
Huge neck breaker.
He's got it, though. Daniels, due to fatigue, you gotta surmise, left that right shoulder exposed, and that allowed Omega the chance to escape.
You can see Omega grabbing the back of his neck right there. Daniels just needs to stay on that body part. But Omega digging down for some energy, firing back on the fallen angel.
Omega, the spin kick got countered. Angel's wings! No! Omega drives Daniels down. A reverse pile driver. Dono.
Shoulder up at 2.5.
Daniels willed on by the motivation to become officially the best in the world and capture the one thing he sought after that's eluded him, the Ring of Honor World title. It's Omega trying to set up Daniels. But then jockeying for an advantage here. There's some palm thrust from Daniels. Omega responds. Right to the back of the neck. When you're Ranagi, that can only mean one thing. Best moonsault. Nobody home.
Never.
Daniels lands on his feet. Omega roll through. The Hurricane Rana. Could it be time to finish Daniels?
2K1.
2K1 bomb. Did it. See ya. Number 2, no.
So close for Kenny Omega right there.
Another classic encounter. A classic battle being waged at Death Before Dishonor ends.
It's Omega waiting for the right moment.
He's measuring Daniels. That double boom thrust. Hadouken countered.
Angel's wings.
Got it. Did he get the cover? Daniels. No.
2.5.
So close. So close. Less than half a count away.
Only 2, says Todd Sinclair.
And Daniels is gazing at Omega in disbelief, in shock. But now has realized what he must do. Daniels wants the adulation. Daniels wants the attention. Daniels wants to be the best.
He's like dead weight, can't pull him out up. If he played possum.
Jawbreaker, spin kick. Caught Daniels around the arm and rib cage.
Dragon suplex.
Back of the head. Look out. A knockout blow. Down.
Was that 3? That looks so close to 3. The referee says 2. Only 2.
Hadouken was not the end. And Omega is nearly in tears.
That's about as close to 3 as you can get without it being 3. This is Ring of Honor.
You won't see action like this anywhere else.
He could be thinking about Kreutzrath. Can that neck support the weight of Daniels, though? He's got him up. Daniels fights out of it.
That goes back to that neck strength.
Oh, they collide. Both going for clotheslines at the same time and again.
After all of this, we are back at a stalemate, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold strikes. Ooh. And one huge one.
Omega fires back.
Combination. STO.
The judo takedown into best moonsault ever. Daniels is still number 2.
Here is the winner of Power Angel, Christopher Daniels!
Christopher Daniels now sets his sights to both Davey Richards and Tyler Black. Win, lose, or draw tonight. These are the two men Daniels must beat to truly prove himself as the best. But with this war, you must believe, comes the mutual respect, not only from this great crowd, but for each other.
That's the kind of fight between two men who just want to work their way into a title shot here in Ring of Honor. Putting it all on the line.
Who will be the next target of Christopher Daniels? Tyler Black, Davey Richards, be forewarned. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're still awaiting word from the Briscoes. I'm not sure. We have not heard any word of the Briscoes being here, and time is drawing near, Dave Prazak. We gotta do something about our tag title match. Let's take you back